Traceroute is another popular tool that we use for investigating domain names, trying to find the servers. It's a tool that's really used for network diagnostics, and if you run the command, it shows you what do you call it? It shows you the path that the data takes to get to the ultimate destination, the ultimate server. And you'll run it at the command line and you type it in, and you'll just get a list of all the servers and the routers that it passes through. One of the reasons I really like this program, and it doesn't look like it's much helpful when you run it, but because as the packets traverse the network, they return to you back the information of the name of the router that it routed to. So as you get closer to your destination, you're going to start seeing ISPs naming their devices by location. So you might see, a crazy name .nyc.verizon.com. Well, I know now that my target that I'm looking at isn't located in the New York City area, and that's done because the ISPs, for their network control and maintenance, will name their routers usually geographically. So it's a really handy tool to use to try and identify the location of a server. And to run a traceroute, two ways to do it. Again, you use the command line in Windows. You hit the run box, get the command up, and type traceRT in the domain name and hit enter. On the Mac, you get to your command line, you type traceroute.domain.com and hit enter. The difference being traceRT and traceroute. For some reason, Windows people are lazier and they can't type the whole word, but there you go. That's how you do it, and you'll get an example. You'll see an example of what it looks like. Okay, once we're in the command line, all we have to do is type the command that we just talked about, traceRT. I'm gonna just go to Comcast, for example, Comcast.com, and you see that it initially pulls up the IP address, and it's going to start going through the hops, which are basically the different devices that the traffic's going to pass through. It takes a few seconds for each one. At first, you might just get some IP addresses. If there's some way to resolve the IP to domain name, it'll list that. There we go. As I'm leaving the network, you can see the different devices until it finally gets to the end. Wow, look at that. Okay, so you can see I've been through Miami, Marietta, Georgia, right? That's weird. Marietta, Ashburn, Virginia, Newcastle, Delaware, Newcastle, DC, Delaware, I guess, until it gets to Comcast. Now, we can't tell exactly what this means, what these devices are, but you can see we're definitely making our way towards apparently the DC area. So that's it. That's just one example. You may or may not be lucky enough to get that detailed a response, and sometimes the names are more encrypted. They might be three-letter airport identifiers, common airport identifiers. So you don't know what you're going to get. But if you happen to get it, it's easy to try, and you can maybe help you find the location of where those servers are that you're looking at. Yeah, so that was a quick demo of Traceroute, and you can see how we use it to identify cities, locations of servers, and any other information you might be able to find about that domain name, especially what network it might be running on, what ISP runs it.